on a G train. Anyhow, today the weird train line we're seeing is the Franklin Avenue subway. So I'm gonna make my way there, and I'll now cut to a history bit about the line, its history, and why it's weird. Opened in 1878, the Franklin Avenue line was first built by the Brooklyn, Flatbush, and Coney Island Railway. This railroad wanted to connect Coney Island and Brighton Beach to downtown Brooklyn. However, they could not run through Prospect Park. So instead, they built a line through Crown Heights, connecting to the Long Island Railroad near Atlantic Avenue. This line is now the Franklin Avenue Shuttle. Throughout the late 19th century, there were some routing changes, and eventually, it was leased by the Kings County Elevated Railway in 1896. Later that same year, the Brooklyn Rapid Transit Company was created, and the Kings County Elevated Railway merged into it. In 1899, the line was electrified, oddly enough using trolley wires, causing a flurry of dual-mode vehicles to be used on the line, as it was connected to the Fulton Street Elevated, which was electrified using third rail. In 1898, Brooklyn was consolidated into the city of New York, and the city got to work building subway lines. As part of the dual contracts of 1913, the Brooklyn Rapid Transit rerouted what is now the B&Q trains under Prospect Park and made the Franklin Avenue line just a shuttle. This also caused a track layout at Prospect Park Station, which directly contributed to the Mulbone Street wreck of 1918, which remains the worst wreck on the subway system, with 93 dying. The line still survived with a few rerouted trains that couldn't use the tunnel under Prospect Park, but in 1940, when the Fulton Street L closed, the line's fate was sealed as always being a shuttle. The line was up for abandonment in January 1977 and in 1981 because it was severely deteriorated, so much so that the line would regularly close during the winter because of fear of trains derailing. Throughout the late 1980s, the line deteriorated even more, with platforms collapsing and retaining walls crumbling. By the mid-1990s, the MTA was dead set on abandonment, but the local community in Crown Heights was very much against it. The Dean Street station, which at that time had only 50 paying riders a day, closed in 1995. However, the groups in Crown Heights were successful in convincing the MTA to restore the line instead of abandoning it, and from July 1998 to October 1999, the line was restored. So that covers the storied history of this line. Now, let's cut to me at Franklin Ave Station to see why this line is just so weird. So because this station has an underground and an above-ground concourse, it has this cool station house. It's one of only a few stations that has like a legit 3-story building with a station house. It's definitely cool. Anywho, heading up to the shuttle platform now. I missed the shuttle by 3 minutes, but they come relatively frequently, so should be able to hop on one soon. So yeah, here we are. I'm sure you heard all the history already, so I'll see you on the train. Okay, hello, we are on the train. It's a 2-car set of R68s, nothing special. There's a Vignelli map, which is like the MTA's new refreshed map thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ride it down to Prospect Park, the full line. I'm gonna do a time lapse, then we'll head back up and explore some cool stuff. And I think I'll probably do a mini review of each station. So while our Franklin Ave, I'll cut to the mini review. Okay, Franklin Ave review is gonna be only the platforms. It's a nice platform. There's a shelter, fully sheltered, countdown clocks, staircase down, turnstile with a footbridge. Cool. Franklin Ave for the shuttle gets an 8 out of 10. It's fine. Yeah, this is fine. There's nothing special. So if the station is good but not like special, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. That's like a general thing. All right, let's head down to Prospect Park and time lapse the ride down. welcome to Prospect Park Station. This is, in addition to being a shuttle stop, also stop on the B&Q. This station is cool. I guess mini review of it time. Wastebasket, fully sheltered. There's an underground bit where the B&Q go under Prospect Park itself. Cool foam shops down there. Shuttle. It's there's nothing special about it. I'm gonna rate it a 9 because it's slightly better than the Franklin Ave because there's three line serving instead of 2. Yeah. Okay, so this station is basically it's the only station on the line that doesn't connect to something else. So this line, as you heard in the history section, in the 90s had another station on Dean Place, which I think was just north of here, although I could be wrong about that. I'll put a text card. That was that, but then that closed when the line was rebuilt, but they kept Park Place open. I don't really know why no one really knows why, because it was still pretty low use, and it is quite low use now. It isn't the least used station in Brooklyn. I think that is Bay Parkway, on the F. I'll put the numbers on the screen now. But yeah, Park Place is a very weird station, single track, just serves a neighborhood, and also it has a very ornate exit, and by ornate I mean complicated. It also has a station house, which is a common theme on this line. So yeah, Park Place mini review. Fully sheltered path. I'm going to give it a 9. The extra point being for weirdness, because it's a good station, and it's just so weird. This is the station house, nothing too extraordinary, just a booth, row of turnstiles, and the exit down to Park Place itself. Here's the trains arrive in both directions sign, which is the only one in the entire system. And our train is currently sitting up at Franklin Ave. It then turns around and heads back. They do have two trains on this line. They're always scheduled to pass at Botanic Garden, which means they can have 10-minute frequencies, which normally in New York isn't amazing. But for a small shuttle line like this is quite good. I think the Rockaway shuttle runs like 15-20 minutes, but so having 10 is quite good. I do think the destination boards are a bit glitchy because it's saying 0 minutes and our train hasn't even left Franklin Ave yet. But yeah, this is the wonderful weirdness of Park Place. So yeah, I'll see you on the train back. Alright, this is Botanic Garden. As I said, trains are scheduled to meet here. Sometimes they run a little bit late, and you can get a cool shot off that footbridge. It does appear the northbound is running slightly later, or maybe our train is slightly early. So if I was up there, I would get a really cool shot. But this station, mini review, Botanic Garden, it connects to the 2, 3, 4, 5. There's oddly a deep bore-shaped tunnel there, just an open cut there. This is where trains are scheduled to meet. And it is called Botanic Garden, despite, as that sign says, the Brooklyn Museum stop actually being closer. Here's a northbound train. So yeah, this is Botanic Garden, and this is the wonderfully wacky and wonderful and very, very, very weird Franklin Ave shuttle. In my opinion, the only true branch line on the New York City subway system. Definitely one of the weirdest. In terms of the review for the station, just the shuttle part. I'm not going to review Franklin Ave 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give that I think an 8 out of 10. Same shebang. It's underground, so it's fully sheltered. It has transit connections. So yeah, that was the Franklin Ave shuttle. I hope that you enjoyed watching, and thank you very much. Bye bye.